It can be quite difficult to stay focused during this period of time, especially if you're not used to studying at home. You might already have your whole study schedule planned out, a whole long list of things you want to complete, but after just a little while, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you might just feel like giving up. For everyone who might be struggling to focus, I'd like to share some of the strategies that I found helpful. The first strategy that has really helped me to focus better is to break my study time into smaller, more manageable chunks. It's really okay if you can't study for 7 or 8 hours at one go. In fact, I can't do it. So what I do instead is to split up those long stretches of free time into smaller chunks. I usually do this using the 50-10 method, so I study for 50 minutes, take a break for 10 minutes. I find that splitting long periods of time into smaller chunks like these really helps to make those 7 or 8 hours seem a lot less daunting and a lot more manageable. Even on weekdays when you might have classes, you can still adopt this principle of chopping your study time into smaller chunks. So let's say Tuesday, I have class in the morning, in the afternoon, and an activity at night. But what I can do is to sandwich my study time in between all of these activities. And I find this method really helpful because it allows me to just chip away slowly at the content that I need to complete. I don't have to get demoralized about my short attention span because at the end of the day, if you calculate, I've actually studied just as long as those who've been studying for 7-8 hours at one go. The second strategy that has really helped me is to switch to another subject when I can't focus. So there are times when I've been working, let's say 30 minutes an hour on a particular subject, and I just can't seem to get into it. I can't seem to focus, I can't seem to understand what's going on. And let's say in this example, chem, they may be doing practice questions for a long time. I found out that instead of quitting altogether and going to nap or just rage quitting and binge watching your favorite show, it does help to simply change to another task, change to another subject, in this case maybe lit. Changing gears and switching to another subject which requires you to use a different part of your brain can be really helpful, and you can always return to what you were originally working on once you're done. One last thing that has helped me a lot is to ask my friend to check in on me. So sometimes I'll text my best friend to tell her that I'm planning to start an essay but I can't focus, and I ask her to check in on me like maybe 2 or 3 hours later, and she does. So usually a few hours later she'll ask me how the progress has been. Some days I have to guiltily tell her that I've slacked off and I haven't really worked on it and I haven't finished it, but most days, at least knowing that she will ask me whether I've done it later helps me when I'm doing the work to make sure that I'm trying to keep on task. If you don't really want to bother your friend about what you're going to do or the assignments that you need to get done, what you can do is to watch a study with me. Knowing that someone else is studying really helps me to get started. It makes me feel that okay, if someone else is studying so hard, I've got to study hard as well. You can do both actually. You can watch a study with me, then text your friend to make sure that you finish it. You can also always leave a comment on the study with me, because I find that the study community here can be really encouraging, and sometimes they just tell you to press on and to keep going on. I think that might be just the encouragement that you need. I hope these strategies will help you just as they benefited me. Do leave a comment down below if you have any questions, if you like advice, or if you want to give advice. I'm sure that the study community here will really appreciate it. With this video coming to a close, all the best with studying! Do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and do hit that subscribe button, it would mean the world to me. See you again in my next video.